What do you do at the end of the race, guys? You stop. GameStop was selling red-ringed Xbox 360s.
That was weak.
That's all I had.
Do it again. Take it again.
No, I'm done.
All right, that's it.
We're already into it, Mitch.
Yeah, this is a very weird story, and I know Ryan is impassioned about this, but
Yeah, this bugs me.
Bugs you.
It does.
So GameStop is selling refurbished Red Ring of Death 360s. They were refurbishing broken consoles.
And they've been doing it for years.
Yeah, and they were selling them back to people as like, hey, you get a discount used console. It doesn't work, wink.
They came with a warranty, like a year warranty or something.
Yeah.
Like,
I think that's
like
probably
if it broke,
but even
you
then,
could
it's
bring
like-
it back.
But then they're going to refurbish it and sell it to you after I bring it back in. It's really gross. Anyway, the report reads...
Did they do that?
This is a Bloomberg
Yes.
report, by the way. This is a legit news outlet.
Yeah, Bloomberg reports, quote, a boon for GameStop in 2009 was figuring out how to solve the so-called Red Ring of Death. GameStop's R&D team discovered that the problem could be solved by heating up the top of the device while cooling it from below, reconnecting a damaged chip to the motherboard without ruining it.
Does that sound familiar to any of you Xbox 360 veterans
Oh,
out
yes.
there?
Anybody ever own a towel?
Don't forget to bring a towel. I'll fix your Xbox 360. Yeah, the towel trick. They basically came up with an industrialized version of the towel trick, which is a horrible Band-Aid that doesn't work. It's a temporary thing. Your console almost certainly will fail again.
It basically melts the solder again,
Yes,
it Yeah.
creating a
you're
contact
correct.
point. Yeah.
That is the goal of it.
It actually makes your console worse.
Now,
It's
uh,
an unhealthy
in the long
thing for
run.
the
I
machine,
will
yeah.
note that after our story broke and we reached out to our news team, reached out to GameStop for comment, they responded saying that the company's patented specialized process for repairing Red Ring of Death consoles is a, quote, long-lasting repair that had to first pass hundreds of hours of testing before the method could enter into production. Meaning they don't test each console for hundreds of hours. They tested the method, their glorified towel trick at some point for hundreds of hours. But so
Don't sell people broken consoles.
maybe this works, but I don't know. This to me, I'm saying this is not the opinion of ign.com. This is me. I think this sounds like a bit of a shady business practice. I don't like
I'm
the
with
sound
you,
of this
Ryan.
at all.
A little?
It's really gross.
A little?
I mean, it's because again,
How is GameStop still in business? That's what I want to know.
Come
They,
on.
they sell you cards where you can go download stuff at home.
The writing is on the wall.
Yeah.
As-
They've known that this is coming for a long time, which is why they had a pushback about like going digital when all these new consoles launched, and why they offer purchasable cards in store.
It's a cyclical
and stuff
thing,
like that.
right? Because if you as a game publisher say, oh, we don't want to sell games via GameStop anymore, one, you're losing sales. Two, GameStop's going to say, all right, well, we're not going to sell the consoles that your company sells. So have fun, dude.
Yeah.
Like they are an outlet for you to get the video game console, not necessarily the games.
I mean, maybe not. It's hard. I can only relate to it via my own experience, which is that I haven't entered a GameStop in I don't know, decades. Like it's been a long time. Yeah.
Wait a second.
Like
Are you
since
saying
it used to be like the last time I remember being in a store like that was when it was EB Games, like when it was still a different store. I guess maybe kids and stuff go there or younger people, but
recognize software, etc.
So in Canada, I went back home for Christmas.
Yeah.
And there was GameStop, I think, bought out EB Games in some time.
Correct.
And every EB Games in Canada was rebranded as GameStop. I went back this year, and my dad's like, oh, no. They changed it back. All the GameStops are now EB Games again. I don't understand.
Huh.
Canada's a weird
Well,
place.
I mean, this gets into a different conversation. I mean, it's, the consoles have digital marketplaces hardwired into them now where, they dabbled in it on the 360 and the PS3. They started to kind of take steps towards that. But, GameStop has got to be crapping bricks on a quarterly basis as more and more people become comfortable with and conditioned to make their game purchases directly from the consoles. Now, GameStop's still making plenty of money, but they're going to have to come up with some sort of long-term solution if they want to stick around, I think.
Yes.
Because
and this is not how you do it.
Yeah, I mean, you look, PC console gaming is the way people buy games on consoles. If you look at Steam, that is the future. That is next gen as far as buying games goes. That is what Xbox 4 and PlayStation 5 are almost certainly going to be. Is very similar to Steam, where you don't even think about going to the store. It's just all there.
They kind of tried it this generation, but it seemed a little too early to start that. People seemed very hesitant about going disc.
Yeah, there's still some cold feet going on, but
and rightly so. I mean, there's
some
a lot of
people want that physical copy.
Well, I mean, I was about to say a lot of rural America just doesn't. We live in a bubble here in San Francisco where our internet connectivity is like completely superior to most places in the world.
Game today in 5 minutes.
Yeah, but like rural Kansas doesn't necessarily have that opportunity, and even still, like I'm one of those guys who I like to have the disc. I like to have the box on my shelf.
To that point, though, the FCC we didn't do this story, but the FCC just raised the minimum threshold for what broadband is.
Good.
In order to get these telecom companies to help get faster internet out to rural places like that. So, these consoles are, if I had to take a guess, let's see, the Xbox One, PS4 launched in fall 2013. I think we're looking at probably 2021, 8 years. If I had holiday 2021 would be what I would, if we were just starting a pool.
This would be the longest running Xbox podcast.
Of all the bets
add it to the wiki.
Yeah.
I'll say by 2019.
You think a little quicker this time?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What are we betting? Because we're all going to be old and dead.
In and out.
Again?
Just in and out. Double.
Let's buy the In-N-Out now and put it in the freezer, and then the winner gets to or the loser
gets a time capsule, bury it in the backyard.
But yeah, I mean, point being, wait, does anybody else want in on this bet? Are we on this pool?
Time capsule In-N-Out? No thanks.
I'll pass.
No, really. All right.
I'll just go to In-N-Out.
Vintage, Destin.
Oh. Yeah.
Collector's edition.
Dude, what's the bet?
Well,
just when do you think that?
When do you think the next Xbox will release?
Honestly, I think it could even be sooner than 2019.
Yeah,
I don't think it'll be another 8-year cycle. I don't.
I do actually. These consoles.
To me, they don't strike me as powerful enough to go 8 years.
But the consoles aren't even done.
They're not exactly even because why I think it'll be shorter.
What do you mean?
Well, because they're.
You mean like a new iteration will come out that's more powerful later on?
No. I mean, as far as like the OS, the UI, like all these features are still being added to these consoles. I think it's going to be 8 years again. But I could see your argument for sure.
Yeah, I just feel like these are great machines, but they're selling so well, especially the PlayStation, that I don't know, maybe it will go longer just based on the rate at which they're selling, but they both kind of launched in a sloppy way, and they've been receiving major, significant updates every month.
I want to see more exclusive software on both sides.
Oh, you will.
Yeah.
I'm really ready for that this year, hopefully.
I really thought 2014 would be that year. Now I'm like, no, guys, it's going to be 2015. It's the year of all the good stuff.
We'll see. We'll know at E3.
We'll talk a little bit about that, actually, in a little while. But anyway.
Please go away, HD remixes.
This somehow started on GameStop, and then we got into
things.
All kinds of things.
Don't do that.
Yeah, so
cool.
It's unfortunate. There's no way to get the data for how many of these towel-tricked GameStop 360s failed again.
Yeah.
Only GameStop has those numbers. And I'm sure we'll never get them. But again, just to try and not get IGN in trouble, I think it's a shady business practice. They can tweet me if they want. But
I am on your side.
Yeah.